Oh boy. Have we got a game on our hands today?
Hello, hello.
Hello, AJ.
Are you in a game or anything? What's going on?
Nope, we are not in the game. We are on the start. We are at the start of. We're just in lobby here, essentially. But I've got
Is there
everyone
stream?
here. So
Is stream going? What's
stream is
going on?
going. Yes, I just started up the
Okay,
stream. Everyone's
perfect.
in lobby. We're 5-5, but no games have been started yet. If you do want to
Okay,
hop in,
I will go rush to my Switch now. I just grabbed some food, so I'm going to be a bit
All right.
quiet for the first bit because I'm
Yeah,
going to be eating
that's
some food. And then I can
all good.
start casting with you.
Oh, fuck. There we go. There we go. Sure this. Oh my god, if it isn't Goonmaster Geofries, welcome back in. Sorry, who's the groomer duo that you were talking about? Oh, Gooner. You corrected yourself to Gooner. I understand. Who's the Gooner duo? We of course got Yuckers. Yuckers sounds like he's a Gooner. Or are those your Goonderlings? Yuckers is what you say when there's a Gooner, like Geo. Looks like we got everyone all set up here. I'm gonna ask if the team's there. Oh yeah, AJ needs to get in. I almost forgot. I almost started it. Goddamn. Me and AJ are the Gooner duo. Interesting. I don't accept the title actually. I goon an average amount. You missed our set versus Thanksgiving? I know. I heard it was an absolute. I heard it was a great set though. I heard you guys 3-0'd. Very good, taking down the undefeated. Secret Tech still has not lost a game, I believe, so they are the only one left to be taken down. Since we saw Thanksgiving off stream, unfortunately, Thanksgiving did take a 3-0 loss to Shiggy Wiggy. Okay, now I'm going to ask these teams if they're ready. Now, going into this, Midnight Lizards with Gobzop is something something we gotta see. I'm not sure I've seen Gobzop from them too much. It looks like both teams are ready here. No Sweat as well, being coming in with a lot of the similar roster. See if they come in with similar drafts as last time. Of course, there has been a lot of patches since we've covered No Sweat. So I remember thinking that their draft was a little bit weird and maybe could have been improved on last time, and we'll see if they have a better take on this patch than they did on the other patch, in my opinion. But we're going to come out, maybe we'll see McCharizard being one of the only people to actually continue playing that Charizard after the nerfs and the map change. A lot of people being discouraged from this Charizard pick, but McCharizard, McChar TTV, the guy. He might still be looking into the Zard. As a result, we've got triple Speedster bans from Midnight Griefers and a very normal ban rotation, the Suicune Clef Blissey. And it looks like Midnight Griefers are really taking down these Speedsters. They banned 3 Speedsters and 1P the Zeraora. Bans on the Talonflame, Absol, and the Leafeon to 1P Zera. You have to think, maybe they just think this mobility is really important. Maybe they're going for some sort of hyper dive, hyper mobility sort of comp. Try and get a lot of caps, maybe some score lead in this map. We have the Buzzwell Lax locked in. I like those picks. Strong sort of early game mons. Make sure you don't get too far behind, and also being able to catch things out with both of the characters. Super interesting. McCharizard hovering the Zoroark, something we've never seen from him before. At least I have never seen from him before. But we'll have to see if it comes out. Known for that Charizard, that Blaziken. But I'm curious to see how this Zoroark ends up looking in this game. Of course, the Wigglytuff from Royal Pink Crown. Pretty normal pick for her, I'm pretty sure. But still cool to see a Wiggly in this league. And we go in with the Pikachu currently having EXP share on. We'll see if he keeps that. Because right now they don't have any jungle mons. Might be a support Pikachu. Really cool to see. Yuckers with the Bracer on tree right now. If he locks that in, I would love to see him take off that item. God. And Gobzop looking to be attacker here for this team, maybe. Going the Armrouge pick. Stacking it up on the Arma, and we'll see what the last pick is. Looking for something maybe like a Blaziken T-Tar is what they seem to be hovering. We've got bulky composition coming out from No Sweat, and we've got some squishier picks, but also some bulk from the tree and the Armrouge, really. And this Wigglytuff being able to round it up. I think I like the versatility behind Midnight Griefer's comp a lot, but it all depends on the Zeraora and this Zoroark to see if they're able to really see if they're able to like move around this map, make things happen, and also simultaneously not get caught. If you're on the side of No Sweat here, you're really trying to just get these picks because your Death Ball is pretty good if you're able to get 5-man into one of these speedsters. But once it's a full 5v5, speedsters can kind of take weird angles on this like Espeon and this Pikachu. Well, they're matching the 3v3 of the they're matching the 3 while their 2 speedsters are playing by themselves really well with this Armrouge tree and the Wigglytuff. It looks like Yuckers did not take off Bracer. That is a horrible item on tree. I do not know why we are Bracer. Maybe we're going to go Curse. Might see something like Curse. Still not sure if you're going to pick up enough kills even with the Curse tree to make that Bracer worth it. Especially since you're not really looking for damage in this composition. Basically no matter what. So that's horrible. But maybe it'll work out with this 2-item Trevenant. Maybe this 2-item Trevenant only needs 2. It still has the most important one in the focus band, of course. So, might be able to cook up. Gonna see the Zoroark heading top lane and the Zera in jungle. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting to see the Zoro in the jungle with the Zera top lane. But Zera look like they're prioritizing the Zeraora gank, which is quite weird to me. And in jungle, we have the Blaziken for No Sweat. With Buzzwole Pikachu top, it is that Pikachu support I was talking about. And the Buzzwole just seems to be going around for a stack. Pikachu gets Cute Charmed. He might even die here, but pops the X-Speed to get out. Beautiful Electroweb. We've got the Fellstinger here, probably going to out-secure the Zoroark. He's a little bit late, and the Zoro almost secures it, but isn't able to quite land the auto before the Fellstinger comes out. Buzzwole almost making a big misplay there, but is saved by the Zoro. Also messing up his secure. Blaziken looks like we have double ganks top and a 4-man for No Sweat, this Espeon coming up, and it is going to be the stored power on Espeon. Really interesting to see. I would have loved to see them 4-man with this Psyshock here. Would have definitely been easier way to catch someone and get kills, but this stored power is likely being favored for that late game into the speedsters, which I don't mind at all either. The Espeon's just playing on top of the pad, though. Kind of came up here to do nothing for no reason. But there it is, comes in as the ringer. I think they believe they were actually trying to just stay out of vision, which is not too bad. And I take back saying bad things about it, because that was a good play. Espeon stays out of vision, not able to be seen by the enemy team. And those 2 speedsters on the Zeraora and Zoroark, you really wanted that early game tempo in this sort of situation, especially with this Blaziken jungle, maybe going to get 7 before your Zera. It's really not what you like to see for Midnight Griefers, and this is looking like a good game for No Sweat so far. Zoro does pick up a kill and maybe two. Buzz will eject, comes out to save himself, getting just outside of the range of that final feint attack. After missing his grab, it is a superpower on the Buzzle this game, and Lax gets a free 28 as Midnight Griefers are ripping down this Reggie. See if the Blaziken's able to get here in time, gonna eject forward and steal it, chunking them all to half at the same time, but there are 5-man here, still gonna look to go in. Maybe trying to kill the Blaziken, but Saotori gets out on 1 HP. Lax almost comes in and stopping the back on the tree, but doesn't seem like anything's really going to matter here. Maybe going to chase down this tree and make sure that it's not able to get a reset off and has to walk all the way back to lane, but they do end up resetting. It looks like they're just going to go for this top lane push here, picking the Zorak with the Buzzle Grab. I don't know how that happened because I wasn't really watching, but you shouldn't really be getting hit by Buzzle Grab as Zorak here, so misplay from McChar for sure. As we have the pad going down to the break from Midnight, from No Sweat. No Sweat looking really, really strong in this game. Midnight Griefers not really playing towards their draft strength here, and they do have the curse on this tree. Of course, this tree is 0-0 with no kill stacks. He's playing with 2 items, like I said in the loading screen. Unfortunate for him, but we'll see. Maybe he can stack it up later, guys. Blaziken secures the top thing, which is of course an ice. We have this bot lane Regieleki. Something new to this new map, of course, is the Regieleki in the bot lane. Gonna potentially push towards Midnight Griefer's side if we see No Sweat come down here and force it. I'd love to see this Blaziken coming down. Yeah, a bit of a flank angle from him is weird to see, though. Might get caught by this tree, but the tree isn't quite able to capitalize on the Blaziken's mispositioning, and he gets away. I'd love to see him now just do this Aleki. There's no one else who can contest the Blaziken secure and just get it pushing towards the pad before we rotate off into these mid-Bs. That would be my diagnosis. We of course have the Zoro and the Buzzle trading in the top side, and the Leki gets stolen by the Zera ult. Big ult from Saotori, going in with Spark, ends up killing the Blaziken as well. It is Wild Charge Spark on the Zera. And we have McChar coming in on the Zoro, gets comboed by Espeon ult into the Volt Tackle, but still able to get his ult out, doesn't end up dying, gets another feint attack out, and goes all the way back away. Buzzwell comes in, killing the 2 EXP share. Oh, never mind, killing 1. I thought the Lax was on the enemy team. I'm really dumb. They are going to eject on this Buzzwell, catching out this Arm Rouge, and just going to cap and break this pad. Now, they do manage breaking both pads, but that's big XP for Midnight Griefers. No Sweat still looking to be in a dominant advantage as the kill trade was about even, despite they did win that Regieleki, but it didn't give them any XP or much. So the kills are really all that they got, and the other team got kills back the other way. But this Espeon does seem to be a little bit underleveled, as well as this Arm Rouge, both bot lane characters. Not really having their levels. Pikachu just gets his ult. I'd love to see maybe some sort of fight breaking out for No Sweat would be what I think they would like. Maybe run into the enemy jungle or something here, or play for this bottom Reggie in the top lane.
And hello at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, that's. They call you 5-minute AJ.
Yes, sir. I'm the new objective at 5 minutes.
Yeah, what do you
I
think
did happen to catch the draft, as it looks like Midnight Griefers is pushing this top pad here. No Sweat able to fend them off, but they did use the Zoroark ult and a Zeraora ult there.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Notice this game so far?
Yeah, what do you think of this game so far overall? If you haven't been paying attention.
I wasn't able to catch much of the action here, but it is a really interesting game state, one that I wouldn't really expect here. Also, McChar on the Zoroark is something I've never seen before. So maybe it's a new pick that he's been pulling out, so I'm excited to see.
Yeah, that's what I said as well. Super interesting to see. We saw this objective getting this Blaziken charges overheat, a little while ago, and Espeon, he's sort of yelling at his team for the Electro Ball and the Psyshock. I need damage. But he, because his thing is running out, but they weren't able to get it in time. They are going to rip down this Regirock immediately on spawn. This Lax is wasting a lot of time in the bot path. Got 3 people on him, and the rest of the team could come collapse and turn this into a team fight, perhaps. So that would be what I'd love to see from him.
Staying alive, pushing Yuckers back there with that. He only has the curse. He doesn't have that Woodhammer, so he's just able to stall the Lax. Lax having to ult, and Pikachu coming in with a big ult full tackle, killing off one Espeon ult, coming out hitting nothing, but then the tree going down to the overheat on the Blaziken, or just the Blaziken's damage as McChar trying to escape, just doing a combo on the Lax, and maybe not trying to escape, going in, getting Volt tackled, and just barely getting away from that Buzzle slam. In the top
Huge
half, the Lax was able
macro.
to base.
Huge
Yeah,
macro
huge
from
base.
Farrell.
That Lax. That was huge.
Farrell is absolutely smurfing on that choice.
I must say,
to go
Farrell,
there.
so far, I've seen 1 minute of gameplay, and Farrell's been doing really, really good here in
Certainly.
this game. Just buying time there, letting them get an objective, stopping caps, like doing a lot here. Has that been consistent through the whole match here, or just near when I showed up?
I think this Lax has been a really, really strong asset for No Sweat. Something to note, in the tank matchup, we have a Lax that's been, hitting a lot of moves, doing very well. We have this tree with a total of 1 bracer stack right now. So that's huge.
Bracer?
Yeah. He's going to be 1 bracer for this endgame. Very good decision of items from this tree.
Maybe the thing about Bracer is like maybe it would be for the cooldowns, but then again you have Curse to reset that cooldown, so I'm not sure how that would help, but maybe it's some sort of tree thing, I don't know. We do have that Buzzle in this top pit just getting some vision. They have a lot of control over pit here. No Sweat charging up and overheat in this bush, chunking RPC down on the Wigglytuff here. As we do have I've been waiting so long to see this. I haven't been able to see this. This is the first time. I actually called this the other day that I really wanted to see Zork running around as Groudon, so that makes me very happy to see.
McChar living up to the name of the Midnight Lizards, turning into that lizard as a fight maybe goes in. This E-ball goes down and the focus is gone.
Focus, man, yeah. That's really huge that no focus on the Zor. Zor has to base and loses his focus there. Big chunk. As they could just wait as they're up by just 90 points here. They can relax here.
Yeah, certainly. Wigglytuff
as
face-checking that
RBC face-checking a push once again, going down to that Blaziken combo. As in this top path with Saotori maybe looking for an ice cap, or sorry, Saotori. I get confused a lot. This Pikachu comes out, the ult comes out, and Yuckers has to retreat. Again, McChar having to retreat on the back end here as they are still not in lead. These Midnight Lizards trying to look. We do have a pick on the Espeon. That's a really big pick, as it looks like No Sweat is maybe doing this, which is kind of scary for them, as they are still in lead, but they are able to kill this Armorage in this top path, and who will secure the Blaziken whiffs the overheat, but they are able to get it as...
No.
Wait. No, they're not. Who the fuck
It goes to Midnight Lizards. The tree secures with a boost, I believe. Yeah, Yuckers. And that was the difference. The bracer damage is what did it. Nah, probably not.
True.
But, it
was the bracer.
For the bit, it was the bracer damage. We just have to stop this Wigglytuff, though, is the only thing we have to do in order to win this game. The ult comes out.
Yeah, it looks like it might have not made a difference.
He gets the sing-off!
The Buzzle might get a cap in. Wiggly not able to get their cap. And the sing!
Wow. Just wow.
Sorry. That was... I actually got stun locked from that. RPC with a huge singing both players there and able to get their 50 points in. That was massive turnaround for Midnight Lizards.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna grief that so hard. And wow. Yeah, I've never seen McChar in the Zork before, and maybe that's for good reason. As we do have No Sweat here, looking really clean throughout the game. They were able to rip that Groudon down, not Rayquaza, and secure it, or they should have, but they lost it to that tree, which was a really unfortunate. As I'd like to rewatch that and see if they could have maybe timed their overheat better or their burst.
Well, what happens from this Blaziken, I imagine, is that he's sort of used to securing the endgame objective in that Rayquaza, of course, as everyone is, and he's not expecting... So the percentage of the health bar that is left, he's thinking he's just going to get it, but really, since the Groudon has a lot more HP in total, the Blaziken ends up going too early and gives it over to the tree. So it's just unfortunate, visually it looks good because we're all used to this Rayquaza objective, but, you can't always go based on the Rayquaza health bar anymore. It's unfortunate. Notably, I think a lot of the reason they turned to this rip is because they wasted a lot of these, like this Pikachu Unite and a lot of cooldowns and some other stuff. They weren't really confident in this refight. I think is the reason why they went for that rip, and it wasn't actually too bad of a decision, as that refight was a little bit scary. We did waste the Pikachu ult, got no value off of it. A really weird sort of ult from the Pikachu. Definitely.
It does look like from Midnight Lizards here that even though they won that game, No Sweat seemed like they were on top for most of that game, and they do elect to stay bottom here, as No Sweat can just stay bottom, and since they lost, what would you like to see Midnight Lizards do coming into this game number 2? Because I believe that No Sweat had much higher control over.
Yeah, I'd love to see McChar back on one of those comfort picks.
Yeah, for sure. I'd also honestly like to see them ban. I didn't actually catch the bans. I just saw the Zeraora pick in the draft, but I didn't see the ban section. I'd like to see them ban Lax, because that Lax was such a big threat, and they seemed very, very comfortable in that storyline.
Yeah, the bans were super interesting. We had the bans on the Talonflame, the Leafeon, and the Absol from Midnight Lizards. And then they 1P'd the Zeraora just after that.
Got you. Yeah, I saw the Zeraora 1P, and I went, whoa, cool. But yeah, I did not see. That's nice. I guess while they're taking time, let me look at the. I want to look at that secure. Because even if the Blaziken didn't get it, I'm surprised that Espeon didn't have a follow-up. Was Espeon not in pit? But yeah, I did not see. Ah.
Yeah, no, for sure though. I definitely understand the secure did look pretty good. Yeah, give us the diagnostics. What happened in that secure, my friend?
It was trying to find this Espeon in this interaction. Yeah, Espeon actually goes down way before that happens with ult as well. So maybe if the Espeon was able to live with that ult, they would have had a higher chance. And again, that Buzzwole also not able to get it, as he was on the top side of pit, had to eject over, and the auto is not able to secure either. So it is actually just the curse pop that secures it.
Buzzy Wuzzy Waldo not able to grab it up, and this yucker's on the tree.
Is that his name?
What?
Is that his name?
No.
Oh, no, you're just... Sorry, I thought there was somebody named Wuzzy Waldo, and I'm like,
no,
that's
Buzzy.
fire.
But, okay, my bad. I'm starting it. They're ready.
Man, you got me so excited for Wuzzy Waldo.
Wuzzy Wuzzy Waldo would be a great name. If anyone's looking
that's
for...
such a good name,
if anyone's looking for a gamer tag out there in our stream...
Listen, if your name is Waldo, please, you do have to pay some royalties on that, but I think it's worth it.
Even if your name's not Waldo, that's a great gamer tag.
Yeah, honestly, you could sort of be like Charles3TTV and just change your name to Charles. Different name. Anyway, as we're going into this game here, looks like we are targeting 3 speedster bans.
Again, same 3.
Dang, interesting. And I do, wow, surprising that No Sweat banned their own Lax, as it seemed like such a game changer for them. Maybe they just didn't want to see them 1P it. Maybe they're trying to read Midnight Lizards here and be like, hey, they're going to 1P it after we did so good on that. Let's just ban it, stop them from 1Ping it. As they do 1P this Wigglytuff, which was surprising, as I didn't see it get too much value besides that very, very massive cap at the end. It is really good in the score comp. I would even love to see it put on Score Shield right now. I've been loving running Wigglytuff with Score Shield. As we do have this Buzzwole with the anti-heal, maybe that'll come off here. And the Clefable pick. I do like seeing Clefable into this Wigglytuff matchup as well, as you can follow me and just sustain all the CC that it does, maybe bring some people away. And we have this Slowbro pick. What do you think of Slowbro in this matchup here, especially with the Gengar? Maybe we'll see Hex Sludge Bomb for the anti-heal to rip down that Clefable.
Yuckers, my friend, you need to fix your builds. We have the X-Speed Slowbro here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was like, what's wrong with it? I like the curse.
Yeah, Curse is good in this game.
Item here. I actually really like the Curse item on Slowbro. Maybe he's even Scald. Scald isn't even that bad here. But, yeah. No, that's a good point. That X-Speed really not hitting the mark here with this Slowbro,
Yeah,
as
we'll
you
have to
do
see.
need that eject button to hit those really nice ults, maybe get into the back line, hit that Venusaur, who's gonna be solar beaming, which is a really interesting pick here into the Gengar, especially.
Yeah, this Gengar gonna be an interesting
As
to
this
see
Gengar
what moveset they end up going for sure.
gonna have to do good. I do like seeing Mikchar on that sword. I've definitely seen him play sword a few more times than he's played Zoroark, that's for sure. As we do have this Greninja here with the full heal. I do actually really like this Greninja pick, especially with like double team Surf, double team Shuriken. Either one can go really hard here. And we do maybe. Wow, I hope this stays the way it is. But RPC putting on that score shield. She didn't have it last game, right?
No, I don't believe so.
So that is, I love to see that because that's exactly what I'm actually going back in the stream to check. Yeah, she was not score shield. So I love to see her realizing this is big potential pick is this Wigglytuff with score shield, because I really enjoy this score shield Wigglytuff. Even putting Cookie on with it to get some stacks is also really useful.
Yeah, for sure. And this draft,
yeah, I'll stop yapping about my supporters.
This draft overall, I think, is very good for No Sweat. We'll see. I like to see Mikchar back on the purple. The blue is not quite his color, but
yeah, for sure.
But that being said, I do like this draft from No Sweat overall. Gengar and the Venu can maybe get caught by this Gren and this Venu can maybe get caught by this Gengar, but the Clef is like a really weird pick to be picking this Gengar into. If he plays with his backline, it's going to be very hard to dive, especially with the tree and the Buzzwole as well. Two targets that you can't really hit with the Dream Eater.
Sure.
Notably, that
I do really like Midnight Lizard's pick here. Of the Aegislash though, but again the Gardevoir pick is a bit interesting into the Venusaur. However, one edge that they do have is the Rainbow comp.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on No Sweat over Midnight Lizards here in the
show? I think they were trying to sort of trade that Lax pick out and try and get this Clef earlier because they were favoring this Buzzwole Clef here. They banned the Clef in game number 1, playing it here in game number 2. See what goes on. This lane is looking like we've got a pretty hard early game for this Clef, but a pretty hard early game from the Sword into this Buzzwole, so it's going to be a pretty even lane, I think, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would really like to see this Buzzwole back off, as this Sword did pop X attack, and you are into Wigglytuff, because Wigglytuff is really rough for Buzzwole in this early game.
Yeah, it's really wiggly rough.
As this Clef, I like to see Clef contesting these birds up in the top. The Natus that spawn, obviously they're birds, and the Altaria are bees. If you're not in the know, then that's your fault. And it looks like they're both junglers are ganking this top lane here. As the eject button, it is Dream Eater, it is not Hex here, as I was expecting to see into this Clefable.
Yeah,
I would love to see Double Team come out. We do actually have the smoke screen. I think Double Team would have gotten a lot of value on the Sword and Dream Eater Gengar, especially here.
Gengar goes in, might get caught with a Buzzwole, but he doesn't have 5 yet, so not going to be able to grab that Gengar, and they're just going to have to back off. Forcing the Gengar to be chunked to half means he won't be able to play for these Natus very easily, so sending up the Slowbro to try and play for it, but he does put a Dream Eater on it nonetheless.
We are Skullbro. I do like to see the Skullbro here with that anti-heal. Unfortunately, I think we still are X speed though. With that. It looks like we're going to get the 7 much quicker than this Greninja takes 7 on that Gengar, which is huge for this first Reggie fight, as well as they have that Kirlia, which, if they pick this Psychic, could even lower the special defense of the enemies, as well as Slowbro here, to make this Gengar and Kirlia do a ton of damage.
Definitely really important, but something else to note is that you can't just only lower the special defense of those enemies, you can also lower the special defense of this objective, and that Gengar Dream Eater with the Shadow Ball is going to be a huge secure tool if they opt to use it that way.
But they have a lot of special defense drop, actually, with that Shadow Ball.
He's hinting!
Oh, and there goes Satori.
What the balls is wrong with you? Unfortunate misplay from the Gengar. Yeah.
Oh, Mikchar also going down to that Woodhammer. Gardevoir stepping in front of the Slowbro there, maybe going down to the Greninjas. Greninja's level 8, maybe inting a bit as well, but saved by the Clefable there and the big Woodhammer from the bush. Going down on tree. Maybe this can chain into something else with Sayotori going in, trying to kill the Clef, killing the Clef, killing the tree. Maybe getting a reset, getting the Gengar, misses the Shadow Ball, has to eject out. And this Gardevoir just putting moves onto this pad as Venusaur 1 HP, 1 tick away from that 7. Should be focusing on the 7 instead of autoing the Slowbro. Getting that 7, getting that beam, I would assume, obviously.
I'm beaming him up. Yes,
that's Sponge Bomb. This beam is going to be really devastating for this Gardevoir, as the Gardevoir wants to play at a bit closer range than the Solar Beam, and the Solar Beam chunking the Gardevoir down to 1 HP with anything. As this Gengar going in, killing that Venusaur, as we're wanting to push this pad, as Gengar goes in, trying to kill this Greninja, as Greninja goes in with the ult as well, killing that Gardevoir. Gardevoir going down to the Greninja as this tree desperately, Feral on this tree, massive, trying to keep this goal zone alive, but going down to the Regieleki after the Gengar, knocks out 4, pushes the Alecki in, and breaks the pad with 6 over with a Slowbro.
Yeah, that was that Gengar ult. This Venu, seeing the Gengar ult marker, maybe could have reacted fast enough. I don't know if we are playing the eject, and maybe tried to get behind our Clefable here. Would have been potentially the best line of play to counteract that. But we have both pads being broken from Midnight Griefer's side onto No Sweat, looking a lot worse than in game number 1. This Gengar pick has looked pretty good. We're going to have to see the Clef sort of play around it. We saw them next to the Venu, but not able to heal and prevent the kill. Nonetheless.
Yeah, and I must call you out on that. I've been trying not to do that the entire set. Is dead name Midnight Lizards, but you ended up doing it before me, so I'm very proud of myself on that regard.
Yeah, Midnight Lizards. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm lizarding it up.
And we have that Guardian ult come out, maybe killing 2. Is this Gengar ult? The Midnight Lizards look much better in this. Looks like some
God damn
for a second there. As a Slowbro getting chunked, getting picked away, but we do have that Slowbro ult, not wasting it there is huge.
Both teams making huge, crucial mistakes and misplays in this fight. It looked like a bit of a clown fiesta, that fight there, but that's all good.
Yeah, maybe it was. As No Sweat pushing this top head, which is huge because the Slowbro actually jumped bottom, not realizing that they're just giving this bot objective, which is a smart play, as this Venusaur is ready to defend.
They used AG ult. They used AG ult for the secure. You can't make this shit up. Gonna see if they're able to reset fast enough to get stopped. This Venu is standing on pad by himself. See if he gets knocked out by this wide guard or hit with the thing. But the 3-meter goes onto the Clefable, not gonna die to the Gengar, and the Gengar has no resets.
Big beam from the Venusaur going out, trying to catch anybody, but not able to kill anyone. As the Alecki does walk, they're able to put in a ton of points here. As the Gengar does kind of grief the cap, but it's okay because we do have those 40 points going in as well from, I think, the Wigglytuff.
Yeah.
Midnight Griefer's up. Ooh. Shit, fuck. Midnight Lizard's up 300 to 71 here. How much are they up by, Max?
They're up by
229, correct.
Hey, what the fuck? No, that's bullshit. No. I had it, bro. It's 229, bro.
Oh, good job.
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm so happy that you noticed.
That going out trying to catch anybody.
Gengar ult into the back line.
Gengar going around, trying to catch this Venusaur, destroying Venusaur as the ult comes out, missing all the abilities, but still alive in the back line, as Tree also missing the eject combo, as Aegislash is able to take that Regirock for themselves, as Clef getting annihilated by these AG autos.
An unfortunate decision-making from this Tree. He does end up trying to peel this Gengar off of nobody in the back line. About a mile away from anyone else on the team.
That was some great pathing by Dark Raptor to go around, sneakily get that 20 points, still live, and waste so much time on this off this Gardevoir, and stay in the bush, still alive. This is really good from this Clefable. The Gardevoir just giving up and basing for some reason. Instead of clearing this top wall, we should just clear this top wall. We jump top. Wow.
Not very optimal pathing, but that's okay. Still gonna end up clearing the farm at the end of the day.
Yeah, I would point out that Clef pathing though. That was a really good Clef path. Impressive.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is definitely going to be a close set between these two teams. I would not expect this to be a 3-0 in either direction, despite it looking
Yeah,
like
for
Midnight
sure.
Lizards might go up 2-1. I don't think they'll end up 3-0ing.
Three
And
to
of
one.
course, No Sweat still has 2-0. 2-0, sorry. Of course, No Sweat still has some legs in this game for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you saw them in the first game. They really had it, really should have taken it, and then they just got missed a bit, whiffed a bit at the end, and they weren't able to take that. However, the rip on this objective is pretty strong with, again, this special defense drop of that Psychic, of that Sing. They have so much special defense drop on the side of Midnight Lizards here, to maybe rip some objectives, maybe rip Groudon off the map, as this Buzzle was maybe caught out in
Yeah,
a bad place away from his team. But wow, actually Gengar just in the bush finds the Greninja and as well gets on the Clef, ults, and maybe kills all three of them here as the sword follows up, taking the kill from the Gengar. Buzzwole in this top lane, just like alone and abandoned here, as this Wigglytuff trying to catch this Buzzwole out. As the Buzzwole has to come out on the Wigglytuff, maybe going down for some Gardevoir moves here, as Aegislash ripping this objective, ulting for it, and just securing the game. As long as they play safe here, the game should be taken by Midnight Lizards.
Yeah, and we really shouldn't be running down this path as two individuals. This is the way to throw
Yes,
this
for
game.
sure.
Really big
Especially
mistake
this
from Midnight
Gengar.
Lizards.
Scoring
But
in the home base is the best way to die. Give up a level 15 KO, but they are able to one-shot the tree with that buff.
yeah,
from
Midnight
Groudon.
Lizards definitely playing to their lose conditions, but they aren't going to lose anyway because they are in such a favorable situation. But
Yeah, for sure. They have so much damage and the Slowbro ult. They have so many ults, and it looks like that is a full team wipe, putting in even more points. This is really good for those point boards as well. Maybe they were trying to play for as many points as possible. And it is very, very much unwinnable no matter what happens here for No Sweat. So at this point, you should be talking about the draft. Maybe talking about how to get this Snorlax in their hands once again.
yeah, and shout out hands for sure. How would we
Play
use
without them.
scissors without them? Oh yeah, play the game.
Yeah. How do we even win the game without them, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess with our feet.
Pokemon Unite is truly a discriminative sort of sport that's not a game for the handless, so that's something to think about for
Well,
sure.
I mean, you could be good with your feet.
That's true, that's true. You could be good with your feet.
You know, I don't discriminate against,
I know someone who's good with their feet.
Okay, that Gardevoir not scoring the 1 point really like just I don't know, it just really just pissed me off there. I know it doesn't mean much to them, but like, man. Ah, man. Just oh man, ADHD could not take that. Holy.
Yeah, that 1 point is 1 point that you have to focus on. Let's go to game 3. What do you think is definitely going to be the most important things for No Sweats to do in this game number 3s to make it not go bad like game 2s?
Yeah, that's great, man. I mean, I would just like to see them pull a similar draft to game 1, where they had that lax. They were able to like pick into them a lot better. Like I said, maybe get another rainbow comp, because Midnight Lizards did have that rainbow comp synergy. It's kind of broken.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like to see maybe another
Showing
another
a
pick
lot
instead
of,
Clefable there. Clefable is very strong, but it's not that broken. Maybe if they had Follow Me as well. Follow Me seemed to be would have been better there in that situation. But I didn't mind the Clefable playing, but they did do pretty good. Moonlights.
Yeepers jeepers. We've got Midnight Lizards going in.
Yeah, it would have been
this
so good, huh?
potential.
Would've been
Yeah, I
so
know. It would have
good.
Yeepers Yeepers Midnight Griefers. Oh man.
Yeah, that would have been so good.
Tell me that isn't fire. That's a
Who
bar.
is
right
the
there.
higher seed? You know who the higher seed is going in?
Yeah, the higher seed going in was Midnight Lizards here with a higher
Yeah.
set count. In the
Why does your title say Midnight Lizards? Unfortunately, he does say Midnight Lizards. They changed their name.
They did change their name. It is Midnight Lizards now. I believe that they were undercover as humans for too long, and then the jig became up. So they had to switch it up to the Midnight Lizards instead of Griefers. Of course, the Lizards are still Griefers. They are still Griefers. They're just Griefers who are Lizards.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Brent.
Guess what?
What's up?
I'm home.
You're home?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bet you couldn't have guessed that.
I couldn't have.
You want to play bocce?
Nope.
Spencer not here? I'm home. Guess you wouldn't play bocce with Spencer.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It does look like they are side swapping here. Maybe they have a draft plan. Maybe they're looking to one pick that Snorlax. I would love to see trying to get the Snorlax in the hands of Feral once more. And maybe this will force Midnight Lizards to have different bans going into this game 3. I would love to see them take a game and maybe even take the set.
Yeah,
in a
for
reverse
sure. For sure. Midnight Lizards. Gonna have to see. Looks like both teams are ready here. Gonna start up the draft. See what Midnight.
Yeah, for sure.
see
And
what the draft is like.
something I would like to take the time to shout out is, yes, Thanks Gaming did get taken down by Slim's team, which you're gonna name because I forgot the name of. Holy crap!
Shiggy Wiggingstein. Yeah,
Shiggy
that's
Wiggy,
it.
yes, the best, Shiggy Wiggy. So that is great. Unfortunately, we did not get to see that on stream, which I'm very sad about, but we didn't have anyone available that day to cast it. As it does look like we're banning the Snorlax again from No Sweat.
Banning 2 characters, it looks like, from No Sweat. Really interesting decision.
They're banning that Wigglytuff, which is good, but are you sure they said... Wait, what? Okay. So we have the Azumarill ban
and we
and the
banned
Wigglytuff ban
Holy
from the
shit.
side of Midnight Lizards.
On the side of No Sweat, we banned our own Snorlax, and on the side of Midnight Lizards, we banned our own Wigglytuff.
And we banned the Azu, of course. Of course. So, are you sure these teams were ready going into this draft? They said R?
They did both say R, yeah, they both said that
Okay.
they were readied up.
I just gotta make sure because of what I just saw was insanity.
Yeah. Okay,
Wow,
we do
I don't
have
even know what to say.
McCharizard.
What am I looking at? Okay, so it looks like we're going Carry Trevenant.
Carry
in the
tree,
top
yeah, it's
lane.
gonna be that top
I
lane
would
tree.
assume. We do have that eject button on Slowbro this time on the side of No Sweat, which is good.
Yeah,
we do
No
have that
Sweat's
Golgetter
tank
Talonflame
player.
with Coin. I love to see the Golgetter Talonflame with Coin in the top lane. That is amazing to see. I think it's very strong. As well as RBC getting that Suicune. Very strong Suicune player. Also very, very strong character. However, into this Blissey, we're going to see Safeguard. And we're also going to see Unstoppable from that Slowbro and
AJ,
the tree.
Slimp
as I
is
like to
very
see
mad
it
at you.
there.
Slimp is very
Yeah,
mad
I
at you
know.
for forgetting.
But you know, that's he. I don't know. He should have won more games. Maybe I would have remembered Chiggy Wiggy.
Damn.
Yeah, because I would have had to say it more.
God damn, take the
okay,
fucking
listen,
X speed off, yuckers. If you fucking
Beat-
X speed Curse Bengal Crustle, thank you. That's a good build. Have you ever thought of eject on any other character than fucking Blastoise? Only Blastoise, huh? Only Blastoise, sorry.
Yeah. So we might have to retire Max after that if Yuckers makes a formal complaint, but it's okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say, so maybe beat Secret Tech next time, and I'll remember your name. Yeah. Yeah. All right. It looks like we're going into this game. We do have that Sylveon. What do you think of the Sylveon pick? As I do like that other Eevee, the Leafeon pick here into this.
Sylveon's going to be interesting to see. You're playing Sylveon here into 2 ADCs, which I think is really interesting pick. I'm not entirely sure on the matchups, but if I was to guess, I think it's probably going to be pretty hard if you're that. Pretty hard for the Mystical Fire, pretty hard for the Hyper Voice. I don't know what sort of build we can even end up going here. Maybe going to go just try and play off the stuns from these two frontline, though. Could potentially work out. And the Leafeon pick is something that's good to see.
Yeah, for sure. As again, we do have that Blastoise eject button, as Max is happy to see.
Yes. Yucker's put
I'm
on
very
a
happy
good
to see.
build. They might have been. He scrolled over the only character that he has an acceptable build on. So shout
Okay,
out
so we
Yuckers.
also have that goal getter on that Talonflame, which I'm excited to see. I think this is going to be very strong in this matchup. Um, just like getting a point lead against this team, they're not going to have very much rip for the side of No Sweat, so they're not going to be able to rip that objective, get that down, and score more points. They have to kill them and team wipe. So
Yeah, McChar on a
it's
blue
going to be.
mon, but this blue mon I'm definitely confident in him on.
Yeah, he's
So
definitely much better at Talonflame than Izoric in the nicest way possible.
yeah, it's a good job to retire that. Might have been part of the reason we see them have a better performance in game number 2 than game number 1.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that Aegislash looked really clean there. Even doing well with that X attack in the top lane, as it does look like that Blissey did secure that contested farm in the top lane. Going down to the bot lane, Sylveon fighting for this farm as Yucker's pushing it back. Slowbro getting it with a water gun. Thoughts on that?
Holy wow. I'm just curious where this Blastoise is going. Gonna eventually end up ending his life. For sure. Does use the eject to get a berry. Weird eject button uses. He will die no matter what. And he dies, goes down. Does get the mid farm for his Gren, but not quite worth the death for sure. The Gren doesn't even end up getting this mid farm.
Yeah, we missed Bubblebeam on it.
Yeah, that's a misplay from the Gren, misplay from the Blastoise. You know, might have been a good idea to get out of there sooner. Wasted our eject button as well, so we're not able to make any playmaking sort of things with these bees.
Yeah, for sure. It does look like we have that Cinderace gank coming from the side of Sautori and just chunking down the Leafeon as much as he can with those autos in a safe distance. As Mikchar going in for a nice goal getter for the 30 points, putting themselves even higher in the lead and getting some points on the board, obviously.
Yeah, really funny
able
thing we
to
saw
take
there at
some more
8:30 is
Yeah.
that the Cinder goes down to take this Baltoy and takes a single Natu. A single full HP Natu, 2 of them being taken without any damage taken onto the one.
How?
I don't know, but that's how it was. So
Wait, I'm
Talon
just
gets
so
another
confused
cap,
how
but
that
is going to die right before this objective in the mid. Oh no, he actually makes it out. And he keeps 2 people on him. Midnight Lizards are going to collapse this objective and potentially go for the secure.
Yeah,
See
this
if this...
Talonflame pick was really good. No Sweat was able to score 75 points on that bot pad here, which is really huge, putting it at 5, almost breaking it, as we do have the telekinesis coming from that eject button, Slowbro on the side of No Sweat, and Egg Bomb. I love to see Egg Bomb, but I am really sad not seeing the Safeguard here, as I actually do really like Safeguard Egg Bomb with this comp here.
Yeah, we saw
Especially
just
into
earlier
the
on that
state.
Drago fight, the Leafeon puts the leaves onto the objective and sort of backs up, realizing that Midnight Lizards don't have any secure without the Talonflame there. Of course, he was gone, and just takes it away with the Leafs as they were trying to
Whoa.
collapse him. Big play.
Mikchar maybe not having any moves here could get leaf ulted, but they don't know he just used Fly, as he is playing kind of safe in that bush, using another Fly for the farm. Leafeon looking for an ult as well in this top path. However, in this bot path, it looks pretty safe for No Sweat to maybe rip this objective. However, again, like I mentioned in the draft screen, their only rip is this Leafeon. They don't really have any. This Sylveon can chunk it kind of low, slowly, with those mystical fires, but it's not too fast. As this Blastoise goes in, Yucker's trying to get that lucky secure, not able to get it. The Leafeon goes out, ults that Greninja, killing the Greninja, as Talonflame gets that Registeel up in the top path. They want to break this pad before this Lucky walks, but they're just letting Lucky walk and Saotormi going in?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we did. Goal
All right, I was
getter.
going to say getting away, but he did not get away.
I'd like to note a
Charlie-
big play from Dark Raptor getting out on this Blissey, not even dying,
was
and
great.
forcing the goal getter for the Talon to get that 30, despite having 2 on pad for like a year there, trying to get those 30 caps. They forced the goal getter out to actually secure it. So
Yeah,
big
that
play
was
from
really
Dark
huge.
Raptor.
No Sweat being up with a goal getter Amulet Coin Talonflame on the side is really impressive here, as well as this Talonflame is invading, maybe going down here, but honestly, it's not the biggest deal. Getting an ult out to kill the Sylveon is really huge as well, as this Blissey was stepping up and dying as well to that Talonflame ult.
Yeah. They're just
The top
standing
10,
here.
Mikchar just taunting this Trevenant. This Trevenant doesn't have EXP share, so it is actually not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, we've got a potential new friendship having been formed on opposite sides of a war. Really
I do really
touching
like
stuff.
that storyline. That's a good one. Again, they meet once again. Maybe they could do some dancing, or Mikchar could just run away as his curse.
Eject!
Oh, eject button to try and kill his friend. Wow, that's mean. As No Sweat is actually pushing this bot pad with so many points, as they don't have jump pad for the side of Midnight Lizards. So many points dunk in. Good macro for the side. Oh, for the side of No Sweat, as the Cinderace all goes out on the Slowbro, killing the Slowbro. And this Leafeon has to guard this base, as 40 points will go in from the Goal Getter Talonflame. They maybe could have just gotten other 40s that aren't Goal Getter, but
Yeah.
it is okay.
Blissey walks in and dies for no reason. Really an interesting play.
I think they were
We
trying
did
to
see
set
a
up Blissey ult. I'm pretty sure they were just trying to set up a Blissey angle there. But it was not needed, as this is a Regidrago spawning in the center,
Yep.
as well as the Registeel in the top path. Well, this Lecky pushes in. I'd like to know, while we're watching this unfold here, this game state, what Reggie do you think is the worst at the moment?
What Reggie do I think is the worst? It's got to be that rock, for sure.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I really do not like this Regirock. However, in this specific game, I think No Sweat getting a Regirock is actually really huge for them.
I don't know
Much
what
better.
it does, to be honest.
Okay. Never mind. I asked the wrong person. My apologies.
I don't know what the
Is
rock
that-
does.
Greninja
steel
does
is the
get
good
that
one,
Reg
though, right?
Drago. Yeah, steel is good.
So yeah, we're
I
gonna
think
see if
Reggie-
the steel is here.
I think Regios is one of the best Regis right now in the
Blastoise!
entire game. But that was
Greninja
a
goes-
pretty good blast result with that eject button.
Boom.
And the Cinderult going in, missing the Registeel, but it does hit someone right next to the Registeel, and the splash damage does secure it. As
Mid.
that Talonflame also goes out. What?
Midnight Lizards with a very mediocre play. I mean, sorry, a really good, amazing play is what I. It actually was a
Oh,
really.
it was non-mid. It was non-mid.
It was a good. It was actually a really
It was
good
good.
play.
That Talonult from the back was pretty good.
Beautiful, synergetically playing the game. From
Yeah,
this.
I did really like it. This Greninja still has that score buff, but they are still in the lead. Of No Sweat still being in the lead here is really huge. As Blissey getting caught out a bit by that Suicune once more, and the Talon is able to get away. However, this Aleki spawning in the spot path could let Midnight Lizards get in the lead if they get it and it walks in during double points.
Something
For
to
sure.
note about that fight in the top, we saw a big reposition with the eject button on the Blastoise ult. I think Yuckers just learned that eject can actually reposition his moves, so maybe he might play it on something like Tree later.
Or Slowbro.
Or Slowbro, yeah, because actually realizing that what that does is it makes him dash in a designated direction. He might not have known that, might be the reasoning for why he doesn't have it on those other mons.
Kind of scary. He should leave as quick as possible. Oh, Suicune not able to get that CC out in time. As this Aleki again did walk, any cap now in that bot pad would put them in the lead. Mikchar making it very, very obvious that he will cap in this bot pad. No fucks given. He still has Gold Getter. He still has Amulet Coin. He can get more points. As the Sylveon ult pops up and Greninja ult, Blissey ult on the tree, able to take down the Cinderace with that Leafeon ult. Going down is only Cinder. Blastoise ult knocking up 4 and a big surf into the wall. Sylveon going down to that Greninja clones and Shuriken as Tree going in only level 11. Good telekinesis, but still goes down on that tree. As Blastoise 1 HP getting away is really huge for them as well. They can take it slow from now. However, they do have Cinderace up. They have Talonflame. I would love to see if they just ripped it with that Greninja and Cinderace here and secured with that Talonflame.
Have to see. We do have low HP on both the Gren and the Talon, so it looks like they are just going to opt for the resets. Sylveon, of
This
course,
is a
already
bit
being
scary.
back.
Something I'd like to see No Sweat do in this situation is they know that they're not behind by too much, and they know that Talonflame has Goal Getter. So I would like to see them just push this top pad, push this bot pad, do something. I would like them to see they just actually push this top pad because it is on more points than this bot pad.
Looks like
here.
instead they're just gonna hit this objective though, getting forced out by the Blastoise, Big Surf, and a big Hydro Pump. Everyone looking to collapse into a big
Ooh.
secondary team fight here. The tree instantly falls down, and the Slowbro.
We do have that push from the Sylveon in the top path, putting some points on the board, but the Cinderace Salt goes out, kills that Blissey. We still need more points for the side of No Sweat. Sylveon not having anything, and this Talonflame still having Goal Getter up. Could just cap 42 in this top head very, very easily. And Cinderace looking for a cap, not able to get it. Talonflame just going to the home base, scoring 48 and putting themselves in the lead. That will guarantee the victory for Midnight Lizards in a 3-0 fashion.
Yeah,
I did not expect that in this set.
Midnight Lizards are gonna wrap it up. Interesting to see. We saw them play a pretty good series here, except for that game number 1, despite it being only 7 p.m. So
That is true. However, it is pretty close. To midnight. It's only 10 p.m. in EST for some of them. Actually, they're mostly PST. I don't know what I'm saying.
yeah,
It is only 7 p.m.
So a whole 5 hours before their power up it gets into effect. But
Sure.
they ended up taking it down anyway. Strong 3-0 for Midnight Lizards, except for that game number 1 looking a bit iffy. But we'll have to see. No Sweat have to be a little bit disappointed not being able to close out that game 1 and seem to get a bit upset with themselves, or maybe couldn't get out of their own head and lock in for that game number 2 and game number 3. Just didn't quite look like their former selves from game number 1. And it could have had something to do with the fashion in which it ended.
Or it could have also had something to do with that Zoroark. But we won't dwell on that. Do we want to try and get an interview here for Midnight Griefers?
Yeah, up to you if you want to give Midnight Lizards that interview.
Yeah.
Just ask them yourself
I'll message
if you
them
would.
if anybody wants to. And I will also ask them why they changed their name to Midnight Lizards.
Well, you can do that in the interview for sure.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts before we get them in on the interview though, about the game or about maybe dogs?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You kind of just lagged out of it.
Yeah. So did
Kind
you
of
when you
flagged
said
out a bit
whoa.
there.
So I think that was on your end.
Oh, probably.
Could be
Probably.
wrong.
You gonna tell everyone to subscribe now and like the stream?
No, you just did it for me. So
Okay. My bad. Actually, I would like to amend that. And can everyone dislike the stream and unsubscribe for me?
No, actually, you're not allowed to do that.
Oh. Never mind.
This is like jail. Once you're subscribed, you can't unsubscribe.
This is like jail.
Once you're
Yo,
subscribed, that's
jail.
it. Like you're here forever. You're trapped,
I mean, that's
bro.
just not how jail works either.
That's how jail works. Yeah.
Not.
If you get
Not
a life
always.
sentence.
I mean, yeah. Are you saying that subscribing is a life sentence?
Yeah, subscribing to me is like a life sentence in prison. So hit up the subscribe button, please. Funny
That's a
Tiffany.
That's a good way to.
Hi.
Okay. Well, they did it. They clicked that subscribe button apparently.
Thanks, Funny Tiffany. I like your
Um,
name. It's very funny. What, are you laughing at me? Or do we have a post-game interview or no?
No, I just think that's a funny name.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to check in with. It doesn't look like Midnight Lizards is getting back to me, but Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, we might not have any post that interview. Not sure why Midnight Lizards changed their name from Midnight Griefers to Midnight Lizards. Perhaps they weren't happy with the negative brand image of being griefers, so they were like, what's something that we like? Lizards. You never know.
How delayed am I? Am I delayed? Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I just heard you right now.
Okay,
Oh,
I got you.
hello.
Testing. Say one.
One.
Okay. All good.
All good.
That was
all
just
good.
IMAX delay on the last call.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
All right. I guess Midnight Griefers is not getting back to me. I will.
I will.
I will ping all of them. I guess I was just pinging the captain.
Yeah. Could if you want. Not too attached to this post game interview.
Yeah, it's not
either
too
way.
important, but I mean, you do like doing that, so.
It is a fun sort of thing that we get to do. We bring in some of the members of this team. You guys get to hear the voices behind the players on your screen for the whole time as well.
And the mines. Maybe you could talk about that eject button tag.
Oh man.
The big
Actually, I
tag
think
that
I gotta end the
has movement.
stream. No more post game interview for.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can do a post game interview on this one. Because I'm gonna get called out
What do you mean you're gonna get called out?
by Mr. Yuckers himself.
That's true. That's true.
I was flaming that man a bit too much.
All right. Looks like. Wait. I got a message.
I got a message. Uncle Messi.
Okay. Okay, cool. Looks like we do have post game interview.
All right.
We just have to wait for them to join general.
Great.
And I can pull
Sounds
them.
Good. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Wait, is
Max,
that
do you
a
have
Rev?
any-
How do I hear? Oh, no, that's not a Rev. Sorry, you sound like Rev.
Congratulations
That's good.
on your 3-0, my friend. It was a good looking set. Now, what did we think? What did you and the rest of the team think of McChar's Zorark in that game number 1? That's definitely a question.
That's a crazy question.
It was, yeah, that game 1 was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Zoro was a good pick. I think we didn't take advantage of our early game with our speedsters as much as we should have. We ended up, I think, did we die topside? I think we died topside on my gank. So it was just like, I feel like with the double speedster comp on this map, if you get behind like we did dying top like that, it becomes kind of, I won't say impossible, but pretty hard to play the game.
Yeah, is there anything that you did draft wise in game number 2 that maybe we didn't catch to help fix that issue?
Let me actually go look at the draft. I actually don't even remember what we drafted. I'm not gonna lie. I have the memory of like a snail.
It was
Yeah. So
tough
slight,
game.
yeah, so slight adjustment that we made was we wanted to have Char actually end up being last pick. Because I think part of the reason too that top side was a little bit of a struggle is Buzzwole is pretty damn good at anti-stacking. So your Zoroark can't really like just go AFK score for 5 minutes and then show up 6 stacks and kill everything. So I wanted to save the last pick on the on Char for whatever they were going to show on their comp. And I felt like the sword it was either between sword or Machamp. I felt like both of those can, Machamp obviously just doesn't care about Clef, and sword can much more easily play around the Clef, I feel. And doesn't necessarily have to just go for squishies. It can also go for frontline or really whatever it wants to. And then having a more solid core for like the more team fight brawly style that they were showing with our Wiggles and Slowbro for our Guardy. And then just letting myself and Char kind of do our thing was kind of the plan there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Also, the special defense reduction was a really fun comp to see with the Wigglytuff, the Psychic on the Gardevoir and the Shadow Ball and the Slowbro and all that. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Actually, so fun fact, I wasn't even thinking about the special defense shred when I was picking that comp. I was just looking at Wiggly, Slowbro, Guardy, that's pretty solid core for a team fight comp, and then Gengar gets pretty good flanks off on Venu and Gran.
Yeah,
this could be good. And then by the way, we also special defense shred. It's actually
everything had special defense shred. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max, any other questions you have besides eject button, obviously?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and ask a question that you said that you were gonna ask in the game.
Oh, fine, you're gonna steal my question.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal your questions because then the next one is gonna be on you, and you have to make something up, and I don't. So.
Okay, cool.
I have a question here. Is just what really was it that made you do the name switch for the team, or what?
Look, man, solo queue has been pain. We 5-stacked the other night. And we were trying to figure out or I guess the other night, that was last week. We're trying to figure out the new map, and we were trying to run more traditional Ray map comps, which I feel like are not quite as effective on this map. And we were just having zero luck. So we said, "Fuck it, let's just go score comp, because why not?"
Yes.
So we just literally ran score comp for 10 games in a row. And at some point, halfway through that after we're on a 5-game win streak, we're this just makes me think of Lizard. You don't care what the other team does. You just walk up to the goal and you press your button and Lizard. So we started just not even calming. We were just, I'm Lizard. That was literally our comms for another 5 games. And now we're just the Midnight Lizards. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good.
That's funny to hear. There's something as well from that is that the Talonflame with Goalgetter and what's it, the coin. I've actually been playing that a lot recently, so that was also really fun to see. Even since Rhea, I believed in that. The Goalgetter with the coin, I think, is a really good combo. Especially on this map when you want to break a lot of pads, and that bot pad is being so useful. So I do love seeing coin come out again. That's huge.
Yeah, it was a fun idea. We actually didn't even mean to pick the Gren there. We wanted to get Sableye, but Call came in a little bit too late for it. So we're like, well,
Yeah,
we can't really do Sableye now. So we just said, well, shoot, we'll just do Blastoise Suicune with 2 carries behind it to shred whatever bulk they have, and then Talon can go off and do whatever he wants. Have fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun to see. There's a question from the chat saying, do you think the new draft system with the 3 bans and the blind pick or blind bans benefited you guys at all, or did you just work around that?
So I think it turns draft into a totally different game. I think for draft, you kind of want to learn what your opponents are going to ban and what they want to. Well, obviously, every draft is you want to learn what they want to play and what comps they're going for, right? But more specifically, what they're banning, because if you ban 3 mons and then they banned 2 of those mons, it's well, shoot, now what do we do? We just wasted 2 bans. So our first game strategy was just, hey, if we just ban what I think are 3 of the strongest speedsters on the map right now, if we just get those out of the way and say, hey, nobody gets to play those, then we get our choice of anything else that's super strong.
I do think Apple is broken.
Wiggles. I thought Zero would have been a little bit better, and it probably should have been, but I'm bad, so
yeah, I got you.
But yeah, so that's kind of what my strategy was, or what our strategy was going into that first game, was just, let's just get the speedsters off the table that are super broken, and we'll go with anything else. And then once we learned, like, oh well, now they don't, they don't ban these or play these characters after we leave even just one up. Now we can start looking at like, okay, well, if they don't want to pick these characters, we can just let them through and then take our pick of whatever we want.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's definitely different for sure. Not a huge fan of the double blind. I think double blind is a little.
I
troll, personally.
do hate the blind. The blind is
But-
really bad.
But honestly, the 3 bans, I've been wanting 3 bans for a long time now. So
Yeah,
I'm
I think
happy to see
it's a great change. I do also think that. Sorry, for some reason now it's we're just treating this as a podcast. I do think it's a good change, but they just implementing tournament mode would be really cool, really awesome for anybody who wants to play this game competitively at all.
Yeah, right. Because I can't imagine that they're going to go into the next CCS season with Ray as the map, right?
No,
he was
no.
officially Groudon.
That
Like
would
that'd
be
be psychotic. That'd be psychotic.
Great Quasi tournament. That would be no way.
I would cry. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that when it does come to tournament mode, so League of Legends, I don't know if you guys watch League at all, but League of Legends kind of does this a little bit differently in solo queue versus like an actual tournament setting. So in a tournament setting for League, they'll like each team gets 5 bans in that game, but they in competitive they alternate bans. So first team bans 1, second team bans 2, etc. I'm hoping they implement something like that for tournament mode in here. So in solo queue, you're still getting like a taste of that tournament mode where you still get to get those 3 bans, but in tournament it would be nice to be able to, I guess, more strategically plan out drafts rather than just like, well, we're gonna ban these things and hope that
Yes.
we don't duplicate bans and go from there.
I would love that as well. All right, Max, do you have any final questions or anything as you're playing Hollow Knight on stream?
Oh, I got it! Holy shit! I'm crazy. Wait, did you see that? Oh,
Well,
fuck!
no, because your stream is delayed. Anyway, yeah, continue. Do you have any final comments, final questions?
Yeah, for sure. Just sort of like, oh fuck, I didn't have anything to say. No, I don't have any final questions or comments.
That's good. That's good. That's good call. All right, now that Max wasted a good 5 seconds of your time that you'll never get back, anything else you'd like to throw out there? Any plugs or anything?
No, we're just
Holy
chilling, bud.
shit!
All right.
I'm
Perfect.
crazy. I just first tried to this part. I haven't died
That's-
once.
That's great. I'm so proud of you, Max. All right. I'm gonna say
I
bye to
killed
the
myself.
stream that you're now streaming Hollow Knight on. Have a good one, everybody.
Yep, thank you.
And congrats to Midnight Lizards.
Midnight Lizards, yeah.
Midnight Lizards. Hell yeah.
I'm lizarding it. I already said that like twice. I'm still streaming. I'm not turning this shit off until I beat the Path of Pain. Chad, it's just you and me now. You, me, and the Path of Pain. This is painful. Wait, no. Okay, I'm sure. Yes. Come on. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. This is actually fast as fuck, by the way. Oh, that was not what I was doing. No, I went. Oh, fuck, dude. Alright. I'm locked in. That was almost the clutchest thing of all time. Almost clutched up. Okay. Come on. Okay, nice. I made it all the way back to this room. Alright, if I first try this room, I'm actually like, Jesus. I'm not first trying this room. If I get this room like remotely fast, I'm actually insane. There we go. No! Oh my god! Sorry for the sound effects. I was hyping myself up. You have to understand. It's not so often you're gonna get that far in this run. This room is hard as fuck. Okay. I gotta heal. I should be full HP going into the little guys. Okay. Oh, I went. My bad, my bad. Heal up, heal up. Alright, chat. Do you believe in me? Kyle, do you believe in me? Do you think I can do it? I think I can do it. I'm gonna beat the mold smells this time too. Or the king's mold, or whatever the fuck it's called. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Ugh. 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 Ah! No! That's fucking criminal! What? 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 Kyle, I'm so sorry. I just saw you say yes and you have to first try this. I had it. I had it in the bag, bro. That's the end. That's the end if I got in the hole. Oh my god. No, I wasn't. Oh my god. No, okay. That means you saw it. Yeah, that was a tragedy, bro. That was a fucking tragedy. Hopefully I can get back there soon. Max, did you get long nail charm? No, I didn't. I don't need that shit. Long nail sucks ass. I already know I can do the platforming part. I don't want it to be easier. I want the fighting the guys to be easier, because I don't care about whether I can or can't do it well. Okay. Come on. No, okay. Okay. How did— what? He sniped me, bro!